Well, this is why HD PAC stepped in. HD PAC is the Haitian Diaspora Action Political Action Committee, where they fight in the interest of Haitians when it comes to these types of things. So they filed a lawsuit, I believe, for $550 million in Miami against Trump for defamation of character, because now what they did essentially, like you were just saying, caused us issues because in different cities, Haitians are getting harassed, bullied,
Right.
and and all of that good stuff. And it's based on what you said for no reason. Hi, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Eye to Eye. It's your host, Daz, and I'm here today with Gilbert. He'll say hello in a quick second to y'all, but I just wanted to wish you guys a happy fall. Everything's back to regular now. School's in session. Leaves are falling. I'm assuming leaves are falling on your end. We're getting ready for the holidays and election day. Coming up next is actually, how do you say this word? Indigenous? Indigenous? Am I saying it right?
Indigenous.
Indigenous. I can never pronounce that word. But then right after that, we'll have what? Halloween, election, then Veterans Day, Thanksgiving, and so on and so forth. So we have to gear up for November. Woosah is going to be all right, right? And this is what we're going to talk about today, really, because there was a debate recently and there was some words that were said and Haitians have entered the room. So, Gilbert, say hello to the people.
Hello, everyone. How y'all doing out there? Welcome to the channel. Good to have y'all.
Well, good to have you too. So, yes, you've heard the debate where they were claiming Haitians were eating the pets, eating the cat, and a lot of viral videos have taken off. I mean, I've been loving the beats. I'm sorry, I've been enjoying some of these remixes from that debate. That's insane. What's your take on that?
Well, it's election season. And when it comes to election season here in America, it's like anything goes as long as your voting block is not deemed or seem as important or as valuable, which I know the Haitian voting block is stronger than what they might seem. The Republican Party, anyway, the leader of the Republican Party right now, may not seem like Haiti's an important voting bloc, so therefore he can talk badly about Haitians, but that might come back around to bite him in the you know what. So, the what I see as far as the language, the politics that goes on in this country and what they're saying about Haitian people is just wrong in so many levels, and we can see how that has affected so many Haitians in Springfield specifically, with threats and death threats and protests against Haitians by the white supremacist group in Springfield that has erupted a lot of anger, more specifically in the Haitian community. And I know we're very strong voting bloc, so we'll stand with each other and see how we can turn this election around.
Yeah, I hope that will be the case. So for those of you who may not be aware, because sometimes we are under a rock and we don't know what's happening, there was a debate recently in September, the election debate with Kamala Harris and Donald Trump. And out of the whole debate, they asked Donald Trump a question, and I forgot the question actually, but he went on, you know how he usually does, right?
Yeah.
Then he decided to just say, like, in Springfield, Ohio, referring to Haitians. On a technicality, I guess in Trump's defense, he never said the word Haitians, right? Because I don't remember him saying that. He just said they, like the
immigrants. Yeah, he said immigrants, but we all know the immigrants that he's talking about, which are more prevalent in Springfield. So there are Haitian immigrants that are very prevalent there. So we knew he was talking about Haitian without having to name.
So Haitians were present after he made that statement because it just went viral. But as I'm learning, there was issues going on with Springfield for a while back, right? Since the people started coming in, the residents of Springfield was having issues because now the small town was getting crowded, and they felt like they were losing on their resources themselves because now these migrants were taking over. For example, they were saying like they couldn't even make it to these health clinics because Haitians would line up real early in the morning. I know that's true because when I was a Just Come, they would wake us up at 5 in the morning so we can go get in line. Okay.
Yeah.
So not only were they getting in line for these things, but a 15 minutes quick routine was taking longer because now they needed translators because a lot of them don't speak English. So the back and forth of 15-minute thing turns into an easy 45 to an hour. But
Mhm.
outside of that, there was complaints about the housing as well. The schools, they need more ESL teachers. Like the town was maybe about 60,000. And because of all these Haitians coming in, it's close to 100,000 now, 80,000. So you know how we do. You tell a friend to tell a friend, right? So somebody got there, everything was flourishing. Supposedly, Springfield was dying. Springfield was great. Then it was dying. Then they brought the Haitians in, and the Haitians started to give it life again. But while it's giving life, the other low income Americans there, they felt like they were missing out on resources because Haitians were taking over. So then there was a situation where there was a demented lady. I forgot her name. I don't know if you heard that one, but she killed a cat and ate a cat. She was not Haitian, right? So
Mhm.
she did that. And then there was a person whose cat went missing, right?
Mhm.
They jump on this Facebook group to be like, hey, it's probably the Haitians eating them up because I heard, and so on and
Mhm.
so forth. And that took off.
Right.
That went viral. So
Right.
apparently the people or the administration in that city debunked the whole thing that this was happening. But for some reason, JD Vance and Trump, they still ran with it. So
Mhm.
I feel like when they need stuff to go right, they bring the Haitians in, right? But at the same time, too, while Trump is thinking, because Trump has become our enemy number one. I don't know why. I don't know why, but back in 2016, there was a whole Haitian group that brought Trump in for the election. And he said he was going to be our champion. He was going to do things for us. And out of nowhere, a couple of years later, all of a sudden we were the poop whole country. Like he just started hating. He wanted to cancel TPS. You're like, dude, we gave you the votes. What's going on?
Mhm.
Right. But anyways, so they ran with that for no reason at all, even though they heard it was incorrect. So I
Right.
think this is why Haitians are getting upset because, okay, it's one thing to say something because you have freedom of speech, right? But
Mhm.
it's another if we tell you it's not true for it to continue to go on.
Right.
That same guy, JD Vance, went on Fox News and he said, wait, I wrote it somewhere because I didn't want to mess it up. Where did I write it? Anyways, I don't see why I wrote it, but he was basically saying like, yeah, sometimes we have to make stuff up because that's the only way we'll get the media to actually listen. So this is what I was trying to say, that Trump thinking that he's hurting us, but he's doing us a favor because he's putting us in the map. We're being talked about. And you know how to say any news is good media, is good
Mhm.
news.
Mhm.
So it's like, but why the Haitians though? It's not only the Haitians who is on this parole program. You could have picked any other group. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
If you wanted to start something, but you decided to call on us because we come through. But I just didn't understand the political move behind it. What do you think is that political move for them to use it in a whole debate? I mean, we're supposed to be the little people. We're supposed to be the poop hole people, but you want to bring us up in your whole debate while you're running for presidency. You think of nobody else to bring up but us. Like, how are we supposed to help your cause by?
And keep in mind that he last election season when he was running and what he was saying about Haitians then, right? About Haiti specifically, what saying that Haiti is an shithole country. that was coming from him. That has never led on. They will always come back to the poor, impoverished people because they are an easier target. And again, we're not a big voting bloc, but we do carry some weight in the
Oh,
American
that's a
election.
big voting block. Because
Pardon?
imagine in Springfield alone, 20 extra thousand Haitians are there.
For sure, we can make a
Oh,
difference. We have the numbers to make an impact. I'm saying in relation relating to the American Native Americans in this country, in comparison to Haitian Americans who are Haitian descent with an American citizenship that will vote, is a lot less, But just because the numbers are not necessarily there, but our voices, our stance, and our position in the American system, the American economy, in different various levels that we hold in the American system carries weight. We just need a few
oh,
strong
absolutely.
people to voice out these things that are being said about us to wild us up to get us to the voting booth that can sway the election in one way or another. So,
Well, this
I
is why HD PAC stepped in. HD PAC is the Haitian Diaspora Action Political Action Committee, where they fight in the interest of Haitians when it comes to these types of things. So they filed a lawsuit, I believe, for $550 million in Miami against Trump for defamation of character,
defamation.
because now what they did essentially, like you were just saying, caused us issues because in different cities, Haitians are getting harassed, bullied,
Right.
and and all of that good stuff. And it's based on what you said for no reason. But
And
I feel like,
mischaracterization, yes.
yeah, it's definitely not the first time because when I was at Juscom, I mean, it was like we had AIDS, we're from
Hmm. We
um
did voodoo,
shower,
all the negative stuff,
all the negative stuff. So it's like
always directed at
I
us.
exactly. I don't know why they love us so much, but I'm here to let them know like we were the first free black country. So Haitians are everywhere, right? Because they couldn't
Hmm.
do certain things in Haiti because they were free. They could go to different countries to get it,
Absolutely.
countries for schools and settle there. So I
Hmm.
promise you, there's not a country that you won't find a Haitian. Or if you hear that there's a Haitian, now it's not a shocker anymore.
Hmm.
Because we're definitely everywhere and we're like a different breed, a different mix. So essentially, yeah, we're in everything. So you can't run away from us. At the same time, as soon as they need votes and everything, they come to find that
They
group.
run to
They
us.
know how our logo says, united we stand. If we get united, it's game over. It's game
Yeah,
over. We'll make things happen. We make things happen. I mean, if we can overthrow our colonizers, what else can we not do?
strongest army
Right?
in
So
the
you
world at
have
the
to
time.
keep us separated to not do it because if we can come together,
Absolutely.
it's definitely game over.
Absolutely.
And I found a quote that JD Vance had said. He said, I have to create stories so that the American media can pay attention to the suffering of the
Hmm.
American people. If I have if I have to create stories so that the American media can pay attention to the suffering of the American people, then that's what I'm gonna do. It's almost
Hmm.
like him confessing like he was making it up just to get attention. So you have
Oh
more
yeah.
power to get the media's attention than to throw us under the bus.
Yes.
So I don't even know what else to say. But Springfield, Ohio, there was actually an accident last year too, where a Haitian was driving a minivan and it hit a school bus, and that school bus flipped over and a child died. I think his name was Adrian, I don't remember. And that's what started to really push the hate towards
Mm.
Haitians. I don't know if you
The
saw
migrants
there
is
was stuff going
specifically, okay.
around. Huh?
The Haitian migrants, he's saying specifically in Springfield. That's what started the hate, he's saying.
Yeah, well, not really started the hit, but really pushed it forward, like to have all the, I guess, the citizens in that city be like, you know what, nah, they gotta go. They causing a ruckus right now. They
You
causing
know,
problems.
yes,
So,
yes and no, right, Daz? Because as you know, I'm on TikTok, as most of us are on TikTok. You know, you want to get some good news, real news that is not censored. Go on TikTok, which is why they're taking TikTok away. But that's a side note. But if you go on TikTok, you know, go on the internet, be mindful of your sources. But you find a lot of people, a lot of native Springfield residents that are coming in defense of Haitians. I mean, it's all over the news, really. If you just do a little research, right, you'll see that most of these native Springfield residents support the Haitians that are there because they're bringing businesses, they're raising the property values of these homes that they're buying, they're building up, they're buying broken down homes, rebuilding up, raising the faces of the community, the hard workers, and you'll see that again, like people, companies and bosses coming out in defense of Haitians, saying that Haitians don't do drugs over there. While they see native Springfield residents that are stuck on drugs, and that's something that Haitians don't do. So, in spite, despite the negative light that's coming from former President Trump and VP JD Vance about Haitians and all the negative press that they're trying to give Haitians, it's actually coming out too that uh, we hold high position here in this country,
of
that we
course.
work hard, that we like going to school, that we do the 3 L's, right? We know what those 3 L's are. I don't need to go over that, but
L'église, l'école, la caille.
that's right. You know what I mean? You stay home, you go to church, and you go to school.
Yeah.
That's what all of our parents push on us. And that negative publicity that we've been getting is actually, as I've noticed, is highlighting the positive impact that Haitians have in this country, the high position that we hold. President President Trump's wife, who got operated on. I forgot the reason why she got operated on, was of Haitian immigrant. The guy who's defending Trump in Florida, the Attorney General, Haitian immigrant that's
Hello.
defending
I
the
can see.
president.
Yep.
So all this negative publicity that is trying to come out from the president or VP, or actually putting a positive spin and a positive light on the positive things that Haitians do here in this country. We come here, we want to work hard, we want to go to school, we want to own a home, we want to build home in Haiti, we want to send money to Haiti, and we are law-abiding citizens. This is who we are. You know, like in every country, in every group of people, you find bad apples. But majority of us Haitians here are hardworking people who follow the law, don't want to get in trouble in this country, and then we want to send some money home, make some money, pay our taxes, and then retire. Hopefully, retire in Haiti. Right?
Exactly.
That's
Well,
the
we
Haitian that
definitely
I
want to
know.
go back home, but they're making it impossible right now. But that's what I was saying. Trump said what he said, thinking that he was causing us harm, which in part he is, but he's also highlighting what's been happening in Springfield because had that not been said, we would have never known. Well, I know from my end, I probably would not have known that Haitians were getting this kind of accusation out there.
And I was unaware of a Haitian community in Springfield,
Yep.
Ohio.
Yep. That's
So you
Springfield.
know that news has come out, educated me on where else my brothers and sisters are living in this country. So that's that's
Exactly.
that's that's a
Exactly.
positive too. You
And
know,
that lady who started the whole Facebook I don't know, controversial story.
yeah,
Now
the
she's saying
post
she's
and stuff
afraid. She had to pull her kid out of school and everything. And it's like, oh, it's okay for you to be afraid. And you saying stories about us. Don't you think we're just as afraid too? We're getting
came
the
by
threats too.
came back to bite her in the ass.
I
You
like
know?
when karma is this quick.
Yeah. And we don't want anything bad to happen to her and her children. We not violent.
Right,
But
right, right.
this is the cause of her undoing, right? By trying to
Mm-hmm.
spread lies.
Mm-hmm.
You
And it's
know?
not just her, it's like that whole community, how they're saying, like, we don't want them here. They need to go. They need this. And then you're thinking back, like, it is Indigenous People Day coming up soon, right? It is like when you had the Indians there. So
Mm-hmm.
it's like, well, you were not here either. So when you showed up in their land, maybe they felt the same way about you, just taking over.
Oh
You
well,
too
for
much.
sure. There's never gonna be an admittance to this. You know, they'll
Mm.
never admit that because you know it goes against their core belief of them
But
being the
that
warriors, the
belief,
true
the
warriors here.
power. But it
But
goes to show, like, however you're feeling right now about Haitian migrants,
mhm.
you can imagine they must have felt that way about you. You're taking their resources. You just took over. You took over to the point of you got rid of them. Imagine if Haitians decided to start doing that, because we're coming here in bulk, like 30,000 a month, if I'm not mistaken. Like, Haitians are definitely coming through. Now I heard that they are not going to extend the program. I don't know how true that is, but
Yes, I did hear that. That's for another story for sure. We can definitely talk about that in detail. But they did cancel that special program because it was being taken advantage of. There were people that was filing for thousands and thousands of people. One person would file for hundreds and thousands of people. So it wasn't
it
fair for
wasn't just the
those that
Haitians. Yeah, but they're stopping it not just for for everybody.
for everybody,
Everybody
for
is
everybody.
getting
Correct.
that. So get on là, get on fait ça again pour faire, because I don't know what's gonna happen to the ones who's already here.
Dis bon Dieu merci. Yo ba yon 2 ans. Yo ba
Then,
2 ans pour être là. Après 2 ans ça, you gotta file for something else. Or, you know, knowing Haitian. I think I saw a post saying that knowing Haitians that after that 2 years done, yo pa pa la kayo. Yo pou être là.
allez,
I'm comprendre ça too. They're gonna stay here because they gotta find ways to make their life a little bit better because they can work here, make some money, save some money, send some money to Haiti, build their homes, and provide some safety and security for themselves in their
but either
country.
way, if whether they go or they don't go, I think it will still be beneficial towards Haiti. Like, for example, if they were all were to go back, whatever experience they grabbed here, can you imagine them taking that back home? So that could be to our advantage.
Yes,
Like, you know what?
yes. You know, I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing. Let me rephrase that, right? So the, there's brain drainage that happens in a country that has lack of security because you're going to have the very smart, intelligent people that help run organizations and high-end offices in Haiti, doctors, lawyers, all those engineers, all those high-end professions. If a country can't provide security, those people that we need in those countries to help us run the country efficiently are gonna leave. You know, the brain drainage is gonna happen. And then who's gonna run our country if we don't, if all the smart people here there are leaving to come here? So
Mm.
there's good and bad to this scenario as far as Haitian being able to come here to get better life, but also we want to rebuild our country. And the way to do that, we can't take everyone out to rebuild the country because if we do that, there's a vacuum of space and
Right.
invaders are going to come in and the foreigners going to come in and try to take this beautiful land of ours. So,
We
you
can't
know, we
let
have
that
to be
happen.
careful as far as
Definitely
that,
not.
for sure. I mean,
Definitely not.
I see. I was reading the Haitian Constitution recently, and it's not the most PC thing because you know they're saying that only Haitians are allowed to own land in this country. Uh, the Moon Blanc cannot own property and they cannot become citizens of Haiti unless they were already there. Talking about the uh, milliers no Moon Blanc qui était fought with us for our independence. Um, Poland, the Polish people that's been there for since 1700, right? So your I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought here, but the drainage that's happening in Haiti is not good. Is where I want to go. We need those smart Haitians to be there to help rebuild the country, and we can all understand why they have to leave because no security is gonna force people to leave the country, and we don't want that. So we need to find a
Yeah.
way to
Well,
get
we
Haiti.
definitely have the smart people stepping it up right now. Like I said, that group HD Pack, there are 527 independent, non-bipartisan organization that's fighting
Mm-hmm.
for the interest of Haitian Americans, specifically in the political sector. So hopefully they'll see a judge and the judge will grant them that request because, again, what has been said, you could consider it irreparable, right? Because now people are going to look at you like, oh, you eat pets? I'm like, oh, well, I'll be looking at my dog. I'm like, if you were in Springfield now, you could be snack.
Yeah, we make fun of that. I certainly make fun of that because it's
Oh, yeah,
absurd.
it's
The
hilarious.
absurdity of
Hilarious.
that notion that we eat dogs and pets, and it's just crazy. And I make fun of that, and some people are like, "Oh, don't do that. Don't make fun of it." I'm like, it's absurd. I have to make fun of it. I'm like
Beyond
a
absurd. But
political
it's the fact
satire
that,
host.
yeah, it's the fact that we get thrown in a whole political gamut and they know it's not true. Even Elon Musk had posted about this. Like, I mean, like,
Right,
listen, stop sweating
right,
us. I'm just saying. I mean,
right, right.
I'm gonna take it on the positive light that if you wanted to highlight us, there's so many other ways you could have went around it. If you wanted to bring attention to what's happening to your American background, to your American people, there's different ways you could have brought that up too. You have an administration there that's working for things. Get them to go and investigate. Get
Mm-hmm.
them, don't just wait to get that platform and happen to throw it out there just to get the media to start paying attention. I don't know if their target intent worked, but
Mm.
I just know Haitian said, I am present. What do you need me to do? Because this is unacceptable. We're not.
Right. So no, I see it. No, 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 no. We have to go to the polls, right? We have to go to the polls. That idea also, some people be saying, "Oh, my vote don't count." Shenanigans, bro. Your vote counts, okay? You have to if you're not voting, then you have no right to talk about what's going on in your country, in this country, right? Voting allow you the access to be able to have conversation about what goes on in your realm where you live. So we should go out there and vote, right? We have to definitely go out there and vote. I know some Haitians that are still voting for Trump, despite all this stuff that he's coming out about Haitians that are
Yeah.
negative publicity,
Well,
negative
that
press.
part
So
is crazy. If somebody is, really messing with your character like that, I don't understand why you would still want to support them in that
you
light.
know, Trump is an anomaly, right? Parce que he hangs out with white supremacists, but you have black people who support him. He talks bad about Hispanics, but you have a lot of Hispanics who support him. So he's an anomaly. I have a cousin who support Trump. It's not really Trump they were supporting because most people don't like Trump. They just like the fact that he can push things through, shove things down people's throat, and they'd rather deal with him because maybe he'll bring their agenda forward. But he doesn't care about them. He doesn't care about their agenda. He only cares
Right.
about himself. So bothers me. It boggles my mind that I see smart people. Yeah, let's go for Trump. Trump is gonna do the right thing. He's not gonna do the right thing. History has proven that. If you pay attention to how he's been throughout his life, he's only focused on Trump. Trump will do what's right for Trump,
Mhm.
not for the American people, not for you, not for the evangelicals, not for the Christian. No one is going to benefit what Trump is doing aside from Trump. He only care about himself.
Well, it's also insane that he has all of this, accusation against him from before.
It
and
doesn't
he
affect.
gets
It
to.
doesn't. It doesn't affect him, right? Because people are supporting him blindly. They don't care. They just Trump 2020, Trump 2024. You can't make sense to illogical people who doesn't make sense. You just can't knock sense into people who choose to willingly be que eu disse una que eu disse
Blind leading the blind.
in a way. That's I guess that's what I'm trying to say. Blind dating the blind, but also
Magui.
magouille parce que
Oh, Magui
monsieur
ensemble.
magouille. You know what I mean? That's that. So they lead blindly. They'll dismiss all the thing that he does, has done, is saying, has said. They dismiss all of that, and
Well,
it's like you watch these people. You're like, how could you? Sai alguém, algum problema na tête. You know what I mean? And
you don't
to a
be
certain
scared.
extent, I understand the nostalgia about Trump. He's someone different. No one control him. He does what he wants. But you still gotta see that he doesn't care about you. He doesn't care about anybody but himself. Trump
Well, I'll tell
only
you one
concerns
thing
himself.
though. When he was first running against Hillary, there was all these issues they were saying about Trump as well. And it was a shocker to me that he became president, right? Because
Oh
they
yeah.
were saying a lot of negative stuff, a lot of dirty laundries, a lot of stuff, just kind of like how we're constantly talking about him now. So he's, I guess, in a way, has everyone's saying his name. And the more you call out somebody's name, it's actually the more you're worshiping
It's
them.
exactly as you said earlier, right? Any publicity is good publicity.
Hey,
You know
right.
what I mean? Like that's the epitome of that because all the publicity he was getting was not positive.
Mm-hmm.
None of them were positive. You know, the famous one where he got caught on audio saying, like grab her by the,
Oh, the
it's like
girl. Yeah.
you heard that from a political campaign, head of the political campaign party saying something like that. It's like, oh, it's over for him. But no,
Right. That's what we thought, like, oh, game over. And next
it's
thing you
over.
hear, it's
No.
like, what? Are you
Everybody's talking about Trump. So
so
it's like
I just feel like this is
American
a
have a
deja
very
vu.
short attention span.
Yeah, I just feel like this is a deja vu. The same thing is probably gonna happen again. Who knows? But
I
unless we go
I
out.
think it's different this time. I think the news media out there were they want to sell paper, they want to sell ads. You know what I mean? So anything to sell ads. If that's talking about Trump, that's what they were gonna do. But then they see their fault in this as well because they gave him all this free press, which has created chaos. You know what I mean? So I think they're more aware of that they can't give him that free press anymore. They're holding him accountable. They ask him hard questions. And you see the last debate that he had. He didn't win that debate. Kamala won that debate clearly, and she
Right,
didn't have to say much
right. He
either. You
curveball
know,
everything.
she didn't have to say much. She just let him,
Run his mouth
fall
like
on
he
his
usually
own
does.
bush long.
Nobody was fact checking. And, hopefully November, we're going to have a different turnout to know where we really stand. Because we could do all the talking. Unless people make it out to the polls to really show that difference, it won't
Yeah.
even matter.
Come
We
out, vote your choice, man. I don't really care who you vote for, really. I give my 2 cents on who I like, because it doesn't matter who's president. I say this every election. Doesn't matter who become president on January 20th, right? Who got voted into, who got, do the whole inauguration thing. It doesn't matter. On January 21st, you got to get up and go to work. Everybody got to get up and go to work. It doesn't matter who won. If it's your guy or someone or the other guy that won, you still got to get up and go to work.
Well,
But you should
depending
vote
on
your
the
vote. You should vote
offices
your
that you
opinion.
hold, that's when it will be affected or not. Because, once you come in, you're going to bring your own people and get rid of the old administration. So
Yes,
those people,
you should be informed. You should definitely be informed. I'm not saying don't be informed and vote your conscience. Vote who you think is right for you and your family. But just know that just because you vote them in, changes doesn't happen overnight. You know, we love Obama. We've all overwhelmingly voted for Obama, but an man de sa Obama te fe pou nou, you know, specifically
Mm,
us. You know what I
mm,
mean? Like salte fe pou
mm.
nou, specifically not just the Haitian, but Africans,
Definitely.
us African. What did he do? The first African president here in the country. What nothing. You know what I mean?
Bien sûr,
So
c'est
you
pas
still
limite
gotta get
là.
up and go to work.
C'est pas seul monsieur, tout le monde toujours a fait une série de bagages que nous pensons qui prennent l'avantage nous, mais nous
Right.
pas jamais bien négocier, nous pas jamais dire OK, ma bon vote moi si on fait ça because we don't bring nothing to the table
Mhm.
during this negotiation time to be like this is what we would like. If you can give us this, I'm going to bring you like 1,000 voters behind me. I'm going
Right.
to bring you 200,000 voters. This
That
is
that
what we want.
that we have written on our drapeau, on our flag,
L'union fait la force.
L'Union fait la force. That's when we really need to stick together.
Yeah, because we can stick together through any carnival, any compa, any, the good time stuff. But the serious things, we just leave it up in the air. We're not as educated, as focused, and or as interested because we're like, it is what it is. They're gonna do what they want to do
You
anyway.
know, this is why
But
I come into play. Get some
hello,
news from us.
get some, get some news from us. We are definitely running out of time. So I want to say thank you for coming through and having a quick chat about the whole eating the pets. This was so absurd. And I know we all think that because every Haitian, most Haitians, I should say, took to their social media to vent about this. And I'm glad that we got a group that's in our interest that decided to do something about it as well. So we're gonna stay tuned and find out what that result is. Because at the end of the day, if we don't fight for us, we clearly see we don't have anybody. So
And
we
if we don't
have,
fight for us, who's gonna fight for us, right?
yeah. So stay tuned, y'all, and let us know what you think in the comments below. What's going on with the whole
Please.
pet thing? How are you affected by hearing what Springfield, Ohio, a little tiny city, making this big amok in the whole America? What you guys thought? So drop your thoughts, and if you haven't subscribed yet, please like, share, subscribe, and we are definitely looking forward to your comments. So until
Also, in the
time,
comments, whoever's voting for Trump, let's talk about it too.
talk about it. I love it. Can't wait, y'all. So until next time.